What's up? What's happening? What is going on, Cantulopes? Hello, Mom. It's good to see you from all the way across the Atlantic. The Woolshed at Dublin, Ireland. Great sports bar. Just watched the NCAA championships here. It was a lot of fun. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about games like, actually, the championship, which actually we all knew this game was going to suck. But where am I going with this? This is where I'm going with this. 10 games that were supposed to be classics but sucked. And a huge shout out to Tha Dawgs for suggesting this video. 2017 NFC Championship, Eagles versus the Vikings. All right, this is right off of Case Keenum, Stefon Diggs, the Minneapolis, Minnesota Miracle. This felt destined to be the first NFL team to play a home game in the Super Bowl. The Vikings had the NFL's best defense in 2017. The Eagles were without Carson Wentz. Didn't turn out that way. Case Keenum's pick six turned the tide. This ended up being Keenum's last game with the Vikings. The Eagles, of course, went on to win the Super Bowl, but we expected their NFC Championship bout to be way better than this turned out to be. 2004 AFC Championship, the Steelers versus the Patriots. This is Ben Roethlisberger's rookie season, and he beat the Patriots in the regular season. So there was a lot of hope, especially since the Steelers went 15-1, but the Patriots were right there at 14-2. So yeah, we expect it to be a great game. Especially with the Patriots being the defending Super Bowl champions. But the problem was the Steelers turned it over 4 times. But then again, Tom Brady only completed 14 passes. Listen, final score 41-27. Tom Brady still kind of owns the Steelers till this day. 2001 NFC Divisional round. This is Brett Favre versus Kurt Warner. The Packers 12-4, Rams 14-2. This is Warner's first duel with Brett Favre in the playoffs. Both of them MVP winning quarterbacks. But of course, Brett Favre in classic Brett Favre fashion threw 6 interceptions. The Packers turned it over 8 times. Warner only had 18 completions for 216 yards. Final score 45-17. Great. It's a reason we don't talk about it much. The Gruden Bowl, Buccaneers versus the Raiders. So John Gruden coached the Raiders for 4 years. The last game with them was the Tuck Rule game, but then he was traded to the Buccaneers, which is kind of rare for coaches, right? He was traded in the offseason for 4 draft picks, including 2 first-rounders and $8 million. That's a lot of money. But then the Bucs and Raiders met in Super Bowl 37. The Raiders were 4-point favorites. But the Bucs defense destroyed Rich Gannon and the rest of the Raiders. The Raiders turned it over 5 times. The Buccaneers and John Gruden win 48-21. So I guess winning a Super Bowl makes trading all of that worth it. 1996 NFC Divisional round, Brett Favre versus Steve Young. The 49ers dynasty was looking for their 6th championship. Brett Favre versus Steve Young, of course, 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Problem was that it was muddy and rainy at Lambeau Field, so made for a pretty disgusting game. The 49ers turned the ball over 5 times. Steve Young left the game injured. The Packers won it 35-14, and then ended up winning the Super Bowl over the Patriots. But it wasn't a pretty way of getting there. Super Bowl 7, the Dolphins, complete perfection. Their only claim to fame, our only claim to fame, 17-0, the only undefeated season in all of the NFL. But that being said, hey, it wasn't a pretty way of getting there. It was supposed to be an instant classic against the Washington Redskins, but there was just 481 combined yards on offense, 5 turnovers, and is really only best remembered for Garo Yepremian and his gaffe. Miami won the game 14-7, but hey, undefeated is undefeated, baby. Tom Brady versus Ray Lewis, final chapter. This is the 2012 AFC Championship game. It's a rematch from the previous year's classic AFC title game, so what could really go wrong? This is, of course, Tom Brady versus Ray Lewis in what is supposed to be Ray Lewis's last season. It ends up being and final match with Tom Brady. The Patriots had 3 turnovers. The Ravens end up crushing the Patriots and then go on to win the Super Bowl. Hey, I'm not going to say it wasn't anticlimactic, yeah, but for a lot of Patriot haters, it was exactly what we wanted Ray Lewis to ride out on. Super Bowl 24, Montana versus Elway. Without a doubt, the two best quarterbacks of the 1980s, or at least two of the best quarterbacks of the 1980s. The 49ers were looking for their fourth championship. This is the third appearance in 4 years for the Broncos. Supposed to be this epic shootout. Didn't turn out that way. Elway threw 2 picks, and the 49ers won the game 55-10. 1940 NFL Championship game, the Bears versus the Redskins. Just recently talked about this game in another list. The Redskins had the best scoring offense, the third best scoring defense. The Bears had the second best scoring offense and fourth best scoring defense. Hey, I remember sitting around the radio, all just waiting for this game. Oh, it was so exciting back in 1940. Turned out to be a 73-0 blowout for the Bears. What? This feels like more than 10. Super Bowl 48, Peyton Manning versus the Legion of Boom. Both teams 13-3. The Broncos scored 606 points, which was an NFL record. Peyton Manning had 55 touchdowns and over 5,400 yards, which were both NFL season records. The Seahawks had the NFL's best defense. It was the best offense of all time, almost, versus one of the best defenses of all time. So what happens? Oh yeah, the Seahawks just win 43-8. What other games were supposed to be classics but ended up really disappointing us? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you're in Ireland. It'd be cool to meet up with you. Until next time, I'm Mike Cantulpo. Tip of the cap to you.